I'm Maggie Stewart.
I'm Lauren Tincher.
I'm Cameron Owens.
I'm Tess Brennan.
What's the story behind your team?
So 2 years ago we had just one rider in the race, and last year we had 3 rookies, so 3 out of 4 of the racers were veterans. So it was definitely an interesting experience, as 75% of our team had not experienced the race. So coming into this year, we have returning riders along with new rookies, and just really excited to see what we can do this year as we've completely changed our training, and excited for next Friday.
What inspired you to race in the Little 500?
For me, I think my mom went to IU, so I kind of always knew what Little 5 was, but since being in a sorority, I always wanted to kind of make my own journey and find my own thing. And so that for me was bike team, and I don't regret a single minute.
I watched the race freshman year, and I hadn't even heard about IU, oh my god. I hadn't even heard about the Little 500 before coming to IU, and went to the race and watched the bikers out there. I was like, there's no way I'm not going to be a part of that. So the following fall, I joined ADPi's team.
For me, I'm an out-of-state student, and when I committed to IU, I'd always heard about the Little 500, how fun it was, how special it was, and just this huge, great event in April where everyone just biked. And when I finally got here and experienced the race, I just knew I wanted to be a part of something so unique and just a really cool tradition that IU has.
I'm the same with Lauren. I saw the bike race my freshman year, and I said, there's no way I can't not be doing that. So I joined the next semester, ADPi's team.
How do you and your team prepare for race day?
For race day, we always have dinner beforehand. It's always a mental preparation. Luckily, our coach is making dinner this year, so that'll be really fun and exciting. But basically, we spend a couple hours together the night before just talking about race strategy, things like that, and also talking to each other and talking us through the race. Sometimes we watch a little bit of race tape just to see how the race is actually run, and we also just try to calm our minds and calm our nerves, because there's no point of worrying about something that you can't really control. And it's a daunting thing to race in front of so many visitors and so many outside students, and you also run the risk of getting injured, so that's another thing playing in the back of your mind. So you just have to lean on your team, and that's what the dinner before the night before is for, is to talk about your worries and try to remedy those a little bit.
Who in the Little 500 community inspires you and why?
I would probably say Dorothy from the Novus team. She is so cool. I had a class with her before I joined the bike team, and just getting to know her through that was really cool. But then also seeing who she became on the track was an additional thing so cool to watch, because she is still herself, but she's so inspiring, and watching her interacting with her teammates is super cool. She's the kindest, sweetest person I've ever met, and she's always so encouraging, and I just love to be around her. She's who I want to be when I grow up.
I would say just all of the women in the Little 500 community, everyone is so supportive of each other, and I know for Maggie and I, when we went through our rookie requirements, we got to meet so many other people that were in the exact same shoes as us, and seeing those people, seeing how all of us have really grown over the course of, about half a year, it's really inspiring. And when you see them at the track, it definitely helps motivate you and remind you that, we're all in this together, we all started at the same spot, and we're all growing together as well.
Yeah, I would also agree. Just seeing all the women out on the field every day at practice, seeing familiar faces, seeing everyone struggle through the same pains of cycling, but also the same joys, and all sharing that hobby is something super special.
Yeah, for me, I think my initial source was Lauren, and just this team, just seeing how hard we all work is really inspiring, and we all know what we're capable of. So just over the past almost year, I guess, it's just been really awesome to see us grow together as friends and teammates.
How long have you been cycling?
I joined ADPi in September of 2024, so since around then.
Since fall of 2023.
I started fall of 2024, so about 2 full semesters.
Spring about 2024, so probably about a year now.
What's your favorite IUSF event outside of the Little 500?
My personal favorite is cyclocross, which is in the fall. It's just a huge weekend event, and there's the end of fall series, and it's so hard, but it's so fun, and you really it's not even about biking, honestly. It's about like how can you run, how can you stay on the bike, like how are you working as a team. So just like the whole team bonding that comes with it is also really fun, since it's not just, oh, how fast can you ride around the track.
I would also agree cyclocross. It's the most interesting series event in my opinion. Also the most fun, that's kind of something different away from the track, doing something that's just like over obstacles, and just really fun to do something different.
Echoing off of what both of them said, cyclocross, it's so fun. It's Halloween weekend and we're all just out there to have a good time. You're jumping over hair barrels, hoisting your bike over your shoulder. So it's not just about cycling, just like how Maggie said. It's about having fun, having a good time, and it is a cool event because you're with a partner. I know Maggie and I were partners, and just motivating each other. You're going up gravel. It's really hard and it's really tough, but it's just meant to be a really fun event to get people excited and, you know, spend a good Halloween weekend with each other.
I would also agree with cyclocross. I've never done something like that challenging in my life. I also had undiagnosed mono at the time, so that was an extra treat. But it's not as much about like, it is about biking, but it's not about like winning, I'd say, as much, because you're not just trying to go fast, but you're trying to like stand up, get off the bike, run with it. And it's just such a cool event, and I didn't even know you could do like a relay race with a bike, but also like, I don't know, it's so cool and it's so much fun, and I can't wait to do it again next year.
What's the best part about racing in the Little 500?
I think the best part is probably my teammates. Like growing up, I played golf in high school, and that was a very individual sport, so like having a team and like earning friends, and like friends in a different way, especially because we're not just like team, like we're friends, but we're also like doing something together and working towards a goal to accomplish it. And I just think that's probably my favorite part, is like this team and like the people I've met through IUSF as well.
I would say just the community that it opens you up to. I never realized how big the Little 500 and IUSF community was. Not only do I have these amazing girls that I get to spend every single day with at the track, but I've met so many amazing people on other teams, and it makes such a big campus just a little bit smaller when you see all those awesome rider faces and council members just around campus.
I would agree, definitely the people. Obviously teammates, but also going out there, and I know last year, one of my goals was, and Tess as well, to like meet more people in the community and have more familiar faces when we go to the track. So this year I'm really excited to be on the track with my teammates, but also out there when there's just one of us out there and seeing familiar faces and knowing some other teams, and being a part of that on race day as well.
Yeah, I think they all said it best, is the people you meet are so like priceless, and also just being a part of something bigger like than yourself, because Little 500 is for the Students Helping Students campaign, which is awesome because it gets so competitive and it's easy to lose sight, but just remembering like why we're here, and it is a philanthropic event, but no, I think the people make like the sport so fun. So
What's a favorite memory or moment you've had with your team so far?
Making hoodies. Or corn maze.
Oh, the corn maze was
was
fun.
fun.
Corn maze was fun. For me, there was this one ride right when I had started, and Lauren probably remembers that I popped 2 tires during the ride. It was my first long ride, couldn't keep up, and even though it was really tough and kind of miserable, it was still a great moment where I just thought to myself, you know, even though this is really hard and I'm not the best at it yet, I'm still having such a blast with these women, and yeah, it was a really fun time.
I would probably say all of the outdoor rides we get to do during fall. It's so different being on the track than you are outside on the roads, and also getting to experience a different part of Bloomington in a bit different way than everybody else who goes to school here is super, super cool. I've seen like farmlands, cows, like it's there's a lot out there, but I do really enjoy just like you wouldn't think, but I do really enjoy like getting out, getting on the road, and just like being gone for like 2-3 hours at a time and just cycling with my friends. It's so much fun.
I would say track practice. Sometimes it sucks, but also like we are just hanging out in our pit and on the track and suffering through the same workouts, and we get to hang out with them every day. So
yeah, I would say I feel like all of those are awesome, but also just like any excursion we do, like ice cream, like making our hoodies, which we kind of were talking about. It's just like the little things make it more memorable, I guess.
What are your goals for this year's race?
Not crash at lap 3. Finish higher than we placed in quals. It's a really big goal. And also just getting out there and having it feel different than last year for myself. I know last year, like our training, obviously most of our team was rookies. It didn't look like as much as it should have been to prepare for the race, and that was a feeling that I don't want to experience ever again. So a big goal is to like approach the race differently than how I approached it last year.
I'm a rookie this year, so I didn't get to race in the race last year, and having this be my first little 500 racing experience, my big goal is just to put it all out there and try my hardest. Obviously, there's a lot of unknown variables and a lot of different situations that could happen throughout the race, and I know for me, my ultimate goal is just to stay calm, try my best, put it all out there, and ultimately be proud of the race we run, regardless of what place we get, because as long as we try our best and put it all out there, there's nothing else that, you can really ask for.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with Lauren. Like, after experiencing how hard the race was, I just want to, like, prove to myself that I've, like, worked so hard, especially training this year. It's looked a lot different. I just want to be able to go out there and, like, be better and feel better about the performance I have.
Yeah, I think what Cam said too is just like remembering that this is like our first race and not to put too much pressure and just to make it fun. Like these girls are some of my best friends, so just enjoying the moment and yeah, taking like advantage that we only like have one race a year, so just put it all out there.
What advice would you give to someone racing for the first time?
Which advice do you have for us, guys?
Oh, I'm trying to think of something good.
Don't let in to the pain of your legs, saying, like, know that you have a little bit more, that you can do one more lap, that you can stay with it. It's very, very it's very easy in cycling to let your mind kind of control what your body can do, and I think that's one of the biggest hurdles and challenges that most riders face, but getting over the mental part of, I can push through one more, my legs are, they hurt, but I can keep going and not giving in and letting up.
I'd probably say go out there and have fun. I think a lot of the times we're really hard on ourselves and really hard on like what we can and can't do, and I think we're forgetting that like this race happens like once a year, like Maggie said, and like at the end of the day, if you're not having fun, what's the point? Like, why are you doing this? Why are you out there? And like, it's such a cool day, and there's so many people there, and all of your friends are there to like celebrate you and watch you, and like, if you don't have a smile on your face, like, then what are you doing out there on that track, I think.
Rookies, do you have advice for people who are interested in racing?
Yeah, I think just do it. Like, I never thought last year I'd be in this position today, and, like, let alone even in a, like, I don't know, just in this position, like, you would tell me in September, like, oh, you're going to be racing Level 5, like, I'd be like, no, I'm not. But I think just believing in yourself and, like, you never know what you're capable of until you try, so just finding, like, what you want to do and do it.
I would say just give it a shot. If you have any idea in your mind, like, hey, I kind of want to do that, that seems fun, just step out of your comfort zone and try it. If you get on the bike and you really don't like it, you don't have to continue doing it, but if you never give it a shot, you'll never know what you're missing out on.
That was it.
Wow, nice job, guys.
You guys don't just wait
Bye,
for the
YouTube.
camera.
Bye, YouTube.